Listen, Scott, I don't care how much you want it. I will not let you chew the bark off my big fat Yule log during the podcast, but I'll let you give me a hand shandy afterwards. Hello there, I'm Barely Breathing Reviews, and this is episode 7? I can never remember. We've done so few.
It's really quite amazing how little we can do in a year, isn't it?
Stunning.
Well, it's the first Christmas one, so fuck it.
Yeah.
Have we never done a Christmas special before?
I don't know.
I feel like we had. Didn't we do one last year?
We did a bonfire night one because of the fireworks.
Yes.
Going off in the background all the time.
I remember.
Yes.
Anyway, we're joined by Scott as usual.
Hello. I'm drinking Hobgoblin this time. And I'm ill. So if I sound like I'm dying, it's probably because I am. And we're also joined by Claire.
Welcome back, Vicky. I have moved on from Sainsbury's own brand Deluxe Lager, special as it is to my heart, and I'm currently ploughing my way through a crate of Beck's.
I'm drinking a random...
I didn't actually say my name, but that's not important.
I thought your name was Bex.
It is for tonight, just
Right,
for you,
fair enough.
Pocket.
I'm drinking a random bottle of wine that had 2/3 of it already missing, and it tastes kind of weird.
Watching him fight it from a homeless guy was the worst part.
I'm so tired.
Does it taste like vinegary?
It is quite vinegary.
It's been open too long.
It's been open for a while. I didn't find it.
It only
with the
adds
top
to
on.
the experience.
It does.
I mean,
It's sour, actually.
just like your soul.
And you still continue to consume it.
Yes.
Well, we don't want to waste it.
The
Come on.
pain fuels me. Anyway, yeah, different sort of show today. Usually we share bits of random news that we found happening in the film, TV, game industry, whatever. But we really couldn't be fucked to do any of that for this one, so we're just going to discuss what we liked, what we didn't like this year as well, and what we're looking forward to and what's probably going to be shit. But yeah, we've all seen Rogue One.
We have.
Yes.
I've only seen it once. I saw it in 3D. Have you seen it in both? 2D?
2D and 3D. I said this on the way back, weirdly enough. It's so hard to review 3D. Like, either you're sitting there and you can't notice any change because it's that good and you're so immersed in it that it appears normal to you, or it's simply not there or not happening at all and it is just 2D for 99% of it. Or the obvious one where it's actually just that crap that it completely fucks up the experience and you can't review the movie on its own, just the shit effects that are happening around you.
I don't like 3D films. I saw it in 3D. I didn't really get much of a choice. I even had to purchase horrendous glasses. I have quite a small head, so the way those glasses are, there's going to be like a point in them where it's like optimal oculus lens, right?
Yeah.
I know what you mean, vocal point.
Yeah, like that. Like
the calibration might be off, so to speak.
The acoustic sweet spot for your eyes. I think we just found a title. And because I've got quite a small head, I feel like this is fucked for my face. So I get a really warped sense of the film. Like, everything feels very out of focus to me. See, that's why I don't like them. I need to get myself some custom 3D glasses, clearly.
There's loads of different ones on the internet.
Legit.
Joe just got some clip-on ones for his glasses.
Yeah, I usually
So he just wears his glasses and just clips them on and they just fold up and down.
Oh, that's handy.
I would have worn the Kylo Ren 3D glasses that I bought. I was quite drunk for a couple of quid. They've been lost ever since.
To be honest, dude, I think you're lucky. Because when I wore my ones, and what you saw afterwards, the mark that was left on my fucking bridge, it was hitting there so much, I just had pain going through like my head. So to be honest, I think that would have been way too small for us.
Yeah, but
That's what
Do you want
need.
Donatello sunglasses?
I'm fine with that, as long as I can see properly.
Yeah, it doesn't matter as long as you look like a badass. Who cares what the quality of film is?
Dude, when you're sitting there tying them up at the back of your head, everyone's thinking that guy there wearing the Donatello like sunglasses is a fucking badass.
And I'll be there enjoying my eye cancer whilst knowing I look cool. Anyway, Rogue One. I can't really say what I'm not going to voice my opinion on it too much because I've just finished writing a near 2,000 word review on it. It was mostly negative actually, but I really enjoyed the movie.
I think it's cute how you think 2,000 words is a lot.
For me it is. They average about 1,200 something. It's a lot, okay?
Alright, whatever you say, sweetheart. I genuinely really enjoyed it. One of the few criticisms that I have about it, the CGI layer at the end.
Oh, really?
What do you mean, oh really?
I want to see where you're going to go with this first.
Leia at the end of the film, she's CGI.
So is the other guy.
What did you think about CGI Tarkin?
She looked a lot better than him.
Yeah, true.
She like hers. It was very, very. It took me a while just to see the difference.
It was when her mouth was moving, wasn't it?
I do mention it in the review. It was a bit off, but it's just started out with the technology.
But they ruined it by aging it too much then.
It looked aged as it was.
Instant age, just like the second Hobbit film.
I think it would have been better if they just saw the back of him and maybe a slight CGI reflection where it could look a bit blurry and a little bit thing. So because of it, they can get away with it looking a bit shit. But at the same time, you can see in him, they did well with the voice and all, so...
They didn't really need to have that scene at all.
I think they're just trying to bring in those characters into the next film.
Yeah, but like when they delivered the codes, we didn't have to see her face. We could have just seen the back of her.
Or the next scene of her with R2-D2, and it then brings you again into the next bit, which brings into the next film.
They really could have worked around it in a way that they didn't have to show her face. Because we know Carrie Fisher ain't no fucking tween anymore. She don't look like that now.
No.
So it's not like they could just make her look a bit younger by throwing a baseball cap on her and getting her to throw that ass in a circle. It ain't gonna work. You have to
They probably have more chance of getting Peter Cushing to look more like Grand Moff Tarkin than he does right now.
Oh, that would make that really funny if I understood the reference.
Yeah.
That's my bad. That's on me. Apologies.
I'm leaving that in, by the way.
Yeah, please do. I thoroughly enjoyed the use of AT-ATs in Rogue One.
Oh yes, yeah.
Well, I really enjoyed it. I love the robot. I was a little bit pissed off because there was some bad continuity. I won't say because of spoilers. But I love the guy with the stick.
Yeah, he was cool.
He was funny. I loved him. We was actually talking on the way back because of what he chanted. The amount of different funny memes you could use for that.
Yes, you could.
It's just like when you sit there and you had your shot and you're thinking, one more, I'm going to vomit. And they put, and your friends put another shot in with you. And in your head, that's what you're chanting, is that as you pick it up, put it to your lips, feel it rupture, and you pause it back.
I am one with the Force.
The Force is with me.
Yeah.
Sure, it's okay for you to drive safely. You've had like half a bottle of whiskey. I'm the one with the Force, and the Force is with me. That kind of stuff.
While driving one-handed with your other bottle in the other.
And your other hand on your dick.
Yeah.
Speaking of hands on dicks, seriously, I need to get myself a VR.
Oh, do you?
I seriously do. Like, I really think that it's going to change my life. I'm never going to need to leave the house.
It's doing a lot of women-on-women POV action now as well.
That's what I want to know. That's what the viewers want to know. Everyone wants to know about this, Scott. Please, I forward some more information about that.
Look at those hopeful eyes gazing at you. So how can you possibly refuse them? Don't be heartless. Come on.
What do you want us to know, though?
I want to know details, Scott. I want to know if there is a fridge I need to look out for. I want to know if that's an inside joke. Sorry, viewers. What we were doing, we were watching some porn VR.
Inside joke. Everyone join in.
Yeah, like we were watching some porn on VR, and like it was incredible. Like
As you do with a group of friends.
Yeah, just casually on a Tuesday, probably.
Actually, I think it
probably was a Tuesday.
It was a weekday. I remember that.
Yeah, of course it was a weekday. We're too busy to see each other on weekends. We see our loved ones then.
I spend my weekends alone, honestly.
But yeah, this VR experience, it was the first time I've ever experienced virtual reality, and I was just beside myself. Oh, well, actually, I was putting my dick into some blonde bitch by the pool. So I was beside myself and inside someone else, and then outside of someone else, and then inside someone else again. Anywho, so once you get bored of, like, pretending to fuck someone on VR, which is rather immersive, and I really recommend it to anyone, you just have a casual look around. Just to see where they've put, that
because after you've seen their dick going so many times and slapping that ass so many times, it gets a little bit ready thinking, I feel a little bit bad for it. What's around here?
Well, once you've finished and you've
got
like 5 minutes left of footage, you think, well, I've loaded this, I may as well enjoy the whole thing. And you take a look around and then like
if this is a one-night stand, what would I steal?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that one bitch, didn't she? She reached down and you like followed her hand down and she put her hand into an industrial-sized vat of lube by the pool. Those palm trees were beautiful.
Lube
I don't know
and
who
pool.
designed that garden.
They sound like too dangerous to be next to each other, like a slipping hazard.
No, right, there was a wet floor sign. It was okay.
It's alright then.
Anywho, yeah,
Was
so...
that attached to a tattoo above her vagina?
I hope so. Like a tramp stamp. No, so the joke
Oh!
comes in. It was this different one we were watching, wasn't it? It was in this apartment. And there was just the most incredible fridge I've ever seen in the background. I mean, he is ploughing the fuck out of her, but this fridge is just to the left. I mean, I feel like we may as well be in the reality by the way I'm describing it so elegantly. Yeah, and it's like the whole right-hand side is a fridge, and then there's a freezer bit, and then the whole left-hand side is for booze.
Mm.
It was a beautiful thing, but it was like a glass door, so you could see all your booze. It was fancy. I want that fridge. So that's a recommendation for you viewers. Get a virtual reality headset so you can enjoy the set of your various porn outlets.
Different people's houses.
I mean, I'm a nosy fucker, so I enjoy that shit. Like, I only watch Homes Under the Hammer just to have a look at their stuff.
So you're the type of person getting caught with that you'll lie to them and say you're watching it for the porn, not to look what other people have. But one day you'll do that and be like, actually, I like that.
Yeah.
I might get that from my house. God, imagine actually seeing... You know what? That'll be advertising next. There'll be advertising stuff like that, won't they? Movie posters, game posters. Imagine that.
Casual Starbucks mug strategically placed inside her vagina. Yeah.
Yeah, sneakily pay. Teen kids watch all these porns. They definitely want to do virtual reality. Call of Duty posted there, and a woman apparently plays their game.
Yeah.
But, you know.
So yeah, Rogue One was a really refreshing change of pace from the original Star Wars trilogy that we've been used to. The whole Jedi versus Sith thing isn't present at all. It's not about people with...
We've been talking about VR porn.
It's not about the whole fate and destiny.
I've been recommending it to all of my friends. And I've been telling them about this fridge for so long.
It's about how the people who the foot soldiers on the ground, the people who, you know, the assassins, the...
It did make me feel like I had a winky. It did. It was a really strange sensation.
About
Maybe you should try pissing one and go for a piss at the same time.
Oh, maybe. Well, it's like, because I'm always scrolling on Twitter when I'm having a shit, like, just to pass the time.
It's about the unsung heroes, the ones that don't get the medals at the end of it, the ones that have to sacrifice everything and will never know if it was worth dying or fighting for and whatever.
Maybe I could do a VR shit whilst I'm taking a shit. Oh, I bet it would be so immersive.
So many questions are answered in this film, like, why was there a weakness in the Death Star? How did everything get planned? It's questions that have been asked of everyone for, like, almost a generation, and now we finally get the answer.
There's one on Imgur
Yeah.
where when you're scrolling through, I've had it where they got a picture of Tyrion saying, "Get off Imgur, get off the toilet, and get back to whatever you're meant to be doing."
One as well.
Yeah, I've seen them ones.
that
I'm
one.
not gone through. I'm like, it has a point. I have been here for 10 minutes.
This is an unnecessary amount of time.
I didn't even have a shit.
I enjoyed Rogue One.
No, I did as well. It was actually really good. I think they did it really well. I think they picked the Danish guy who was a very good character for it as well. I think they played it well. I just don't really like the CGI. Some of it just didn't make some sense. Other than that, it was the whole Darth Vader. It just didn't work.
His legs were weird. He skipped leg day.
No, here's the weird thing. Because that's meant to be around about the bit where he goes onto the ship, isn't it?
Yeah,
where it's meant to continuation. So... Unless that was like a really long time, because he looked quite young, quite everything else. And the next one we meant to see him, he's like, I can barely move. And his arm was even just like that because he couldn't even do much.
No, I think that was more to show he doesn't have to do much to kick your ass.
Yeah, but if that was meant to be a continuation, that must either be a big gap or he just hit his head and just changed his personality and the way he walked and everything. And his suit didn't look right.
It didn't look quite right. The neck didn't look right.
It was the neck part. And I don't know, the choking part, it took it away from how he always used to do
Vader
it.
never makes a pun, does he? He's not.
No,
he's
he
not.
never made the pun. He was always straight to the point, and it was very sneakily from behind. Where before it's never sneakily behind. He's in your face, and he's like, "I'm in your face, and I'm doing this in your face. I'm not going to hide. I'm not going to hide behind myself." Darth Vader always seems to be, no, I'm coming straight at you. You come straight at me, and we battle it out. Not like this old. And with the pun, and it's like his personality changes. So fair enough. They're trying to keep it modern, but
Yeah.
the robot did that well. They can
love
do it with the other
robot.
people. But those characters, I think they need to keep it. It's like that. I know they've changed character, but it's like they've changed character and everything else.
That robot had so much sassitude.
Oh, do you know who played him? The voice.
No. He sounded like Niles from Frasier.
He's
Yeah.
not. No, it was from Frasier.
Oh, I'm slightly disappointed.
A character from Dodgeball.
It's not Ben Stiller.
No.
No, oh, that would be. Oh my god, if K2 had White Goodman's voice, that would be amazing.
That would be incredible, wouldn't it? No, just tell me.
It's Steve the Pirate.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's really cool.
And also,
Oh,
he
that's
was in
super fun.
Firefly. He was the pilot.
So we liked Rogue One from
Yes.
last year.
Yes,
What
we
else
liked
did we
Rogue
like?
One. This year, I liked Civil War. I thought that was a pretty decent film.
Captain America.
Yeah. I can't really
Um,
contribute much to this year or next year because choosing top 3 and bottom 3s and...
So you basically picked a podcast where you can talk about
Yes,
fuck all.
I picked a podcast where I can just sit here, do nothing and listen. Wow, you fell
Hang
for
on, that
my
sounds
trap.
like most how you do your reviews.
That sounds like your life in general. Well, one
You
thing.
fell into my trap, so fuck you guys.
Is that right? One thing that I really enjoyed from this year was Quentin Tarantino's Hateful Eight.
I want to see the
It's so
the
bad.
6 this
I
because
haven't
they do
seen
other
it
ones.
yet.
They got different ones, haven't they? Got the 7, they got the 6, but no, I haven't seen any of them.
Not even a little bit. It didn't quite make sense in Scott, but I look forward to hearing that back.
The Forest was pretty shit this year.
Yes, first written review I ever did.
Natalie Dormer, though, taking a solo lead.
She was better than that film.
She
though.
was better than that
Much
film,
better.
that's how I felt.
Either they gave her a lot of money, or she just thought that it would get famous because of it, because of who it is. But
It might have
it was
been.
dreadful.
It might
Did
have
she
been,
not read the script and think,
Yeah.
no?
It had potential to be really good, but I was just disappointed.
It might have been one of those Orlando Bloom Calcium Kid situations. I think he was meant to do before Lord of the Rings, but because he was obviously cast as Legolas, it had to be delayed until he was available, and everyone was wondering why the fuck is Orlando Bloom in this really B-movie
Shit movie.
film that makes him look like a prat the whole way through, but it was in his contract all the way during the filming of Fellowship, so he had to do it, so maybe this was deep down in her to-do pile before she maybe got Game of Thrones or The Tudors or something like that. I don't know. It's possible.
I mean, she looks incredible on screen. Like, she has such an interesting face. I really enjoyed her as, like, a more rock-looking chick
Yeah.
than, like, her supposedly... Spoiler, sorry, for anyone who sees The Forest, don't bother, it is an absolute bum crumb. But to see her in it, it's like...
That could be the other title.
She's a twin. She's got to save her twin, who's gone far arsing into this fucking forest that's apparently haunted.
It's the Aokigura Forest in Japan. It's legendary.
It's very important. Either way, this fucking film. So off she fucks into the forest, because that's a really good fucking idea, isn't it? And then she gets lost. And then her sister, who is the protagonist, goes trotting on after her and finds love along the way, because of course she fucking does. Anyway, so Natalie Dormer basically plays two people, her own twin sister. And the one is more rock chick than the other. And she's... The rock chick is hot. That's the point I'm making.
I hated that guy in that movie. If I gave out awards for the most generic male character in a movie ever, it's him.
He may as well have been called Chad.
He may as well have been I've never known and I don't want to know. It's a waste of fucking brain space. I don't even remember her name. Sarah? I want to say Sarah. Hang on, I'll get my review of it up.
I want to say Sarah.
Past me will tell us.
Thank you, Past Joe.
Please talk amongst yourselves.
Well, another one that I really liked was Deadpool.
I absolutely love Deadpool.
Do you like Deadpool, Scott?
I love Deadpool.
I still can't believe that was this year. It feels like a long
I know.
I had to check when I was making a list of things I liked. I was honestly surprised. I thought it was in 2015.
Yeah, same.
But no, I'm looking forward to the second Deadpool. I'm hoping...
Her name is Sarah! Yes!
Oh, well done. Past Joe for the win.
Yeah, oh, brilliant. I'm actually happy. No, I'm sad. Carry on. You're going on about Deadpool.
I am just I just hope that the second film is going to be as good as the first.
I'm hoping that about Guardians of the Galaxy.
It looks
That does
good. I'm guessing you've seen the trailers.
Yeah.
Oh, I
How's
love the
that?
little baby Groot
Baby Groot looks so
He
cute.
does look cool.
things, and I love all they already thrown out a few little Easter eggs in already in the trailer. When Baby Groot's standing on a rocket, he's shooting while Rocket's doing the spinning in the first one. He did it on Groot while in the prison.
Yes, sorry, I'm very tired.
So they've got like a few little ones like that. I just find it's funny again. And Chris Pratt, it will always do.
Yeah. One thing that Chris Pratt is in that I'm looking forward to, I know I've skipped ahead, sorry, is he's co-starring alongside Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh,
yes.
Passengers.
Yeah,
that looks
I'm
good.
looking forward to that. I'm hoping it's not just going to be, oh, we wake up in space and there's a disaster and oh, we save it and oh, we fell in love and oh, that's it now, that's our lives, happily ever after.
Well, they think it's on purpose. It's not an accident. It's going to be some government thing, isn't it?
I just hope he doesn't go too serious, because I can't ever see Chris Pratt as being too serious.
Yeah, after watching him on Parks and Rec. And
Yeah, even Guardian of the Galaxy, he's got that serious, but he's always got that little charm, doesn't he? That little charm, yeah.
Character,
So as long as he keeps that.
Did you watch Arrival?
No, I didn't.
You should have watched Arrival. It was very good.
Was it?
Oh yeah, very, very good.
I really
That's good.
enjoyed that.
It's not your typical aliens turn up, humanity just unleashes all their weapons on them. It's a lot more sophisticated, a lot more passive than that. Not trying to spoil much, we try and communicate with them and work something out, and
Self-preservation.
yeah, the twist at the end is pretty awesome too. Very good film. Awesome.
Okay.
No, it really, really was, and it was a nice twist, actually.
As opposed to those horrible twists.
More to the generic.
I have
the
come
general.
across a horrible twist before. Have you ever bought a pack of 6 twisters from Asda?
No.
3 of them are your regular, what you'd expect from a twister, your green and your white with the red in the middle. Hearty, run-of-the-mill, harks back to your childhood reminiscence twister that you know and love so much and you hold very dearly to your equally cold and green and white twisty heart with a red bit in the middle. The other 3 in that fucking pack are red, white and green in the middle. What the actual fuck is that?
Did you send a picture to them and complain and they normally give you some for free?
Apparently they're meant to be like that. It says it on the packet, which I didn't read, but I was still fucking outraged. What the fuck is that? This is not the first time I've had a misadvertisement this week. I bought a blanket which was meant to have sleeves, and it did not have sleeves.
No
It was just
way.
a regular fucking blanket, which in the pictures, the woman looks like she clearly has sleeves. In the description, however, there is
Is
a
that
very
those wearable
clear...
blankets?
In the description, there is a very clear disclaimer that this blanket does not have sleeves. But I didn't read the description. I just went on the picture and I bought the fucking thing. I bought 2. I bought a grey one and a green one because I wanted them to match my room.
With who?
And...
With what? Match with what? Not each other, surely.
It would have been a beautiful arrangement. But who wants a fucking blanket? Who would pay that much for a blanket without sleeves?
I would never really buy. I would never have thought of buying a blanket with sleeves, to be honest.
Didn't even get free delivery.
Oh.
That's what hurts the most. I'm still quite genuinely upset about that blanket. I enjoyed Finding Dory.
Didn't see Finding Dory, but I got it to watch.
Yeah.
It's on the endless list of things to watch.
Fair play.
Do you want to see that then?
Yeah, I loved Finding Nemo. I thought it was great. I've only seen it once though, many years ago. I'm definitely due a rewatch.
I have the DVD.
Oh, I'll get it from somewhere.
I've got it HD.
There it is. That's what I wanted to hear. DVDs don't exist anymore. There's no place for them in modern society. Jesus Christ.
Speaking of Disney, I was collecting the DVDs.
Yes.
I've got about 10 left to collect.
Nice. How did you find the new Jungle
Fucking
Book?
how?
The live action. Yeah, I actually genuinely enjoyed it, but I love anything that Bill Murray's in.
He was perfect as Baloo,
He was a
wasn't he?
great Baloo.
I thought the ending was very clever.
The end credits,
books.
animations, where the characters come out of the book and it's flipping over in pages.
Don't say more. You've not seen that bit.
No, I don't think I saw
We have to
it.
show you
It's
it.
really good. We'll show you after this. It's
Okay.
pretty.
It's so
pretty
like the
awesome.
little bit in the end credits. It's brilliant because I watched it first in originally 3D,
Yeah.
and it was even in 3D. It was amazing because the way the book worked. When you see it, you can imagine how well they did it in 3D. It's short, but I loved it so much. I think they picked up very good actors for it.
Yeah, they did. One live action, though, that I'm tentatively excited about.
Okay.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yes.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
That's on my list of things I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, Emma Watson in anything just makes my
Oh, Emma
heart
Watson's
sing.
in it.
Emma Watson plays Belle. One thing I am annoyed about, though, about the advert is that they showed the Beast.
I haven't seen
Oh,
anything.
I haven't seen any of it.
Purposely.
Yeah, it's
purposely
like
avoiding that.
more or less frame by frame the original Disney animated advert, but you see the Beast straight away. What is that? Like, where's the suspense in that? It's like revealing the killer in the advert.
No, I would like to, because I'm wondering how they would do it. I don't know if it's CGI. I'm guessing there's going to be some CGI, but I don't know how. Are they going to make him like a big thing? Or are they going to make him more like humanly looking? I don't know.
We'll have to find out.
Maybe they want to focus more on the actual story instead of the build-up to what the Beast looks like. Maybe they're just thinking, right, here he is, this is what he looks like, now let's focus on the actual narrative instead of how gruesome and terrifying he is, perhaps.
I don't know, I just think it spoils it a bit. Revealing.
But it was a good build-up in the original. Terrifying reveal as well.
But
I'm
yes,
definitely
Lion
looking forward to it.
Live action. Not quite sure how that's going to work.
Probably about as well as
Basically
the Power
like
Rangers
Jungle.
movie
I
that's
think it'll be
coming.
like Jungle Book. I think it'll just be like
Being
that.
directed by the same guy.
Just a load of CGI animals.
Yeah, I don't want to see CGI animals. Might as well watch the cartoon. That's essentially what they are, just better
At least
cartoons.
it won't look aged.
True.
We're getting Pirates of the Caribbean 5 next year as well.
There's been 4.
Yeah, there's been 4.
Talk about milking a dead fucking
There's only been 2 good ones.
cow? Flogging
Milking.
a dead horse.
Flogging a dead horse
Milking
and milking a dead cow.
Like that.
Have you ever tried to milk a horse before?
Yes.
I'm guessing.
You
With
will.
graphic results.
You can milk a horse.
Does it have one teat and 2 enormous bollocks by any chance?
Yes. And you have to fit this leather.
Oh, I know exactly what you're on about. Everyone's seen how they have to fucking get a fucking horse's sperm. It's like you haven't grown up unless you've seen it.
YouTube is a wonderful thing.
It wasn't YouTube.
Wasn't it? Was it, You've Been Framed or something?
No, one of the pet programs my mum used to watch when there used to be farmers and stuff, and they used to have the mounts for them to come up, and then they had to try and guide the penis in there. He got paid to get a guide. Not people do that for free.
People do that for free. People also make an incredible career off of doing it professionally.
I know.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia season 12's coming out in
Shit,
January.
I wonder how long they keep going with that.
Well,
season 12.
bad.
Not bad at all.
I'm not complaining. I want them to keep going, but they must run out of some creativity eventually. But they have kept it going very well.
It is good. It is very good. They are keeping it
How many
consistent.
more adventures can the gang get up to?
A couple more seasons worth, apparently. I think it's renewed for a 13th. I'm not 100% sure, but...
And they're also going to be having, I know from one story, they're having some girl in the series. She wanted to go to the prom, but she wanted to go in a suit.
Mm-hmm.
But when she turned up, the teachers told her to leave or they'll get the police to come and escort her off. When in the news and everything, what's his name? The one who creates it?
Glenn Harrison.
He's
Rob McClunnery.
Is it
Mac.
Mac?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rob McClunnery.
He basically tweeted saying, "Love your suit. Do you want to join us in a couple of episodes or in an episode of Sunny?" She's like, "Is this like a joke?" And he's like, "No." And she's like, "Hell yeah."
Fucking down for it. Why the hell not? That's amazing.
But that's what I love about like that episode. They're so incredibly racist and everything else. And
You mean like creating a reality where then not. Like flipping it on its head.
yeah.
For the viewers out there, for the listeners out there, Scott does not.
There's no plot
No, I
involved
don't.
in our audience.
Scott does not endorse racism.
I don't. But I love it that, and that's why I love. He was just like, he heard about the story in the news, and so it's like, screw you all, join us, bring that suit, and bring it on. I love that because it's just so like, fuck that shit.
It is a great series. We do all enjoy it.
And Rick and Morty's in January, season 3 should be
Really?
starting
Is
in the
that confirmed?
first. Yes.
Brilliant.
On Adult Swim, so that would be very, very.
You're
interesting.
obsessed with that show.
I am. There's so many little theories, and I want to know what happens.
Did anyone watch South Park this year, season 20?
No, sorry.
I'm only halfway through it.
Well, it's still going.
Is it still going?
20, I think, is still airing at the moment.
Oh, fuck. I've only seen 6, I think.
I don't know how many are up to, but maybe 8 or so. I'd have to look. But
It's such a good season. It keeps up with contemporary issues.
Trump and Clinton by any chance?
guess who's Trump?
Oh god, I hate to imagine who.
Garrison.
Oh hell.
He does it perfectly.
He evolves appearance-wise into him. And there's this one scene we watched like last night. It's brilliant. He gets the hair on, the Trump hair. He's already got the fake tan on. And it lowers onto his head in the exact same way with the exact same music as Darth Vader's mask going onto him. It's fucking hilarious.
And he like literally spins in the chair with that whole like the gaps and everything, and he's just talking to him, but at the end he wanted to change him, they spin it around so he goes back up to redo part of it because he wanted to change bits. But no, he's literally telling them, and he's like insulting them, being incredibly racist, saying all this stuff. At one point starts insulting the crowd and telling them all idiots for voting for him, but they kept cheering him, and he actually keep taking it to the next level, trying to really push them off. Like literally going in, like smoking cigarettes, getting himself there, doing what the fuck. Is just like, but I just love him.
Mad.
And then he actually becomes president.
Fucking 2016. What the actual fuck? Like, we seriously need a better year next year. I cannot believe that we're nearly towards the end of 2016. It has been fucking brutal. We've lost so many people.
So many actors, yeah.
Fucking so many. It's ridiculous.
Christopher Lee hit me the hardest, to be honest. Too many people.
Yeah, 2017 needs... We need some positivity. We need some love.
We finally finished Scream 2. Well, Scream TV Series 2, sorry, I should say.
Like an hour ago.
Literally an hour before recording, we finished the second season of Scream. This season was much more aggressive. The killer was crazier and better on the phone.
Yeah, serious.
In the first season, I liked the explanations more in the class. I liked the little theory things going off more.
Yes.
But I liked the way it did take it with the second. I like them both, but I like them for their own individualities, because I did like the more brutalness, the more...
It was savage.
It was a lot more savage.
Yeah, that's one thing I think the second season missed, was like the deconstructing what was happening in the classroom. I mean, I guess they kind of tried to mirror that with the morgue, and that was their way of kind of deconstructing what was going on. But I felt like the classroom was more effective.
I think sometimes I just listen to other people and start changing things too much to the audience instead of just keeping to what it is.
Well, we lost Wes Craven halfway through the development of the second series, and you can almost tell to the episode where he died. And I think, which episode was it? I think it was the house episode when Eli and Emma are in that random house.
And then it burnt down.
Yeah, and I think it was around about there. It was definitely around about episode 6 and 7, like literally halfway through, and the tone just changed from then. It got worse.
Yeah.
But it's still solid, I guess. That episode 13 stuff was weird.
Yes, I was just about to bring that up.
It was like a Halloween special, which I couldn't understand. I think they just threw something in just to that.
It was
and
literally thrown together. I think it
was a Halloween special bashed with trying to get into next to season 3.
I like how you got to see things more from the killer's perspective. Like, instead of following the victim around the house for a bit, they focused only briefly on like the killer, how he was walking through the abandoned theme park, how he was walking through her house when she was asleep. You know, from his perspective, I thought that was nice and refreshing. Instead of just waiting for him to pop out, you follow what he's doing, what he can see. And it's very different and very weird.
Oh, fucking... The killer was just a bit shit.
If you're going to watch it, definitely watch the first season, because you won't really understand what's going on, and you don't need to watch the movies to watch the series, so it's up to you.
Resident Evil, the final chapter.
I saw the trailer for that today, actually.
I haven't seen the trailer, I saw a poster and just laughed out loud. I was like, are they for real?
It looks awful.
I haven't even seen the one before this one.
Oh, have you not?
No, I've only seen 1, 2 and some of 3.
The last one, you do need to maybe watch. You need to watch the last 5 minutes of the last film to get where we're at now. You don't need to bother with the rest. It's basically like the first one, but worse.
Okay. So what was in the trailer? Did it give anything away?
There's just more zombies to kill. And there was a dragon in it, where she's been chased by this dragon and stuff like that, and it's all... This ends now. They need to find a cure again. They're going back to Raccoon City to find an aerial cure. Yeah, it's... Wesker's in it for a little bit. Jorah Mormont seems to be the main antagonist. But yeah, it just looks like a typical Resident Evil film, which I guess is good for consistency, but it's out in January. The end of January, I believe.
Yeah, I'm not hopeful for that, to be honest. I think it's going to be shit.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, of course we've got to watch it, but still. One thing that I'm also slightly wary about, but I'm genuinely excited about, Alien Covenant.
Oh, yes.
The poster is sick.
Oh, is that the one with the alien head with "Run" written on the top of it?
Yeah,
You
I
like
mean that is just so good. I mean, it wasn't even that many episodes ago of the podcast when we were talking about movie posters and how simple needs to make a comeback, because like you're just getting thrown at.
With just saturation with different characters on top of each other falling over for the centre stage. Yeah.
Exactly, and this poster is so stripped back. It is literally it's just like...
We'll get an image up of it.
Yes, that would help.
There it is.
There it is. So you can see like all that dark space and you just get hints of what the alien face is, and then just like that simple tagline. It's like, pow, face.
It is really effective poster. It screams at you and it's very aggressive but very subtle at the same time.
Exactly. Like it evokes so much from so little, and that's what I really like about it.
Well, I think as well, the other thing I really like about it, because it's like, it's to people who already know it. It's not trying to hit the audience of people who don't know it.
Yeah, exactly. It's not trying to get involved with a whole new audience and create a pretty new character that you can all buy on a lunchbox on your way out. You know, this is Alien, you know what you're in for.
Yeah.
The tagline might as well just be, if you don't know what this is, fuck off, you're in someone's way.
Yeah, just don't fucking bother.
Yeah.
You love the Alien film. What's your favourite Alien film?
I don't know, they all bleed into one for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Scott.
The first one, I think.
That's one.
Yeah.
My favourite line from all of the films: "Get away from her, you bitch."
Classic, right?
I love it.
Prefer the Predator as a creature, but prefer the Alien movies, for me.
I'm tentatively excited about this, because Prometheus was shit. I hated Prometheus. It was so inaccurate.
Aliens vs Predator 2 was worse.
Yeah, I did agree.
Predator 4 I'm looking forward to. I think it's still being made, or still being written. We did talk about it once, I can't remember, to be honest, it's been so long.
Loosely related to Alien films. Independence Day 2
Was awful.
It was shit, but you know when like the mother comes out and he starts attacking all the protagonists.
Yes.
How Alien 2 was that?
Very Alien 2. Oh yes.
It really reminded me of Alien 2. That part of the film.
And indeed, the first Alien vs Predator with that giant queen running through the pyramid.
Yes.
It's been done so much.
Yeah, exactly. It's crap.
Awful film.
I was so gutted by that.
I actually had hope for it. I honestly went in thinking it was going to be good.
Yeah, same.
Oh well. It will get its comeuppance, I'm sure. Loosely related to alien-themed films again, I guess, but they're not aliens, they're kaiju. Pacific Rim 2, the sequel to your favourite film.
That film was just awful.
It's not called Maelstrom anymore, it's going to be called Uprising. You're going to sleep better tonight now, aren't you?
I'm fucking thrilled.
It's going to be released in 2018, which I'm not happy
not
about.
anytime sooner. Oh.
John Boyega's in it.
I don't care.
He was Finn in The Force Awakens. He's going to be in it. I think he's co-producing it as well with Guillermo del Toro, who's not returning to direct, but he's going to be involved because it's his baby. So yeah. Godzilla 2 is going to be called King of the Monsters, which shares the same name as the 1956 title. So Mothma might be in it.
That might be interesting.
Yeah, they're still thinking about doing the Godzilla Pacific Rim crossover as well, because it's still in the hands of the same studio, same timeline. Well, there's nothing to suggest that there are different timelines, but...
And it couldn't really too being far off of them to actually being near each other.
Exactly, so who knows?
New King Kong film. Skull Island.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Actually quite excited about. The first one was a bit lackluster for me, in that it felt like it was about 6 hours long and the monkey only turned up in the last 15 minutes. I did feel like I was waiting a long time for that grizzly hair.
How long did it take you to come up with that?
No, I just had Kong Skull Island written on my phone as something to talk about.
You researched for once!
I mean, I also have Rocky Horror written on here, but I'm so upset with that I don't think I could even talk about it. Like, just cry so much. I had such high hope. It was too close to the original.
It's always hard to get that balance of fan service and originality. isn't it, with a movie like that?
Mm.
Force Awakens failed miserably.
It was such a carbon copy.
Yeah. Gotta take a chance. Rogue One was the chance taken, and it's worked. It's a brilliant film. Is it better than The Force Awakens? In ways, yes. I'd have to watch them both a couple more times to come up with an answer, but certainly more intrigued.
I think Rogue One is better than Force Awakens.
I
By mine.
I could definitely see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Certainly. I mean, if I had both of them in my hand, I would probably put Rogue One in the Blu-ray player or whatever. I could easily never watch The Force Awakens again.
Yeah.
But I would want to watch Rogue One again. So, in ways that answers the question.
Yeah, I guess it does. Assassin's Creed.
I've seen that. Fuck Assassin's Creed. Fuck that movie. It's gonna be awful.
Is it Michael Fassbender?
Yeah.
It is Fassbender.
From Hex.
Yes, from Hex.
Oh, I'm glad he's doing well. But like, I first saw him in Hex, which is like, you saw it too, didn't you, Joan?
Hex.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Soundtrack by Garbage.
Yep. Number One Crush was the name of that song.
It was a great song. It was a great thing.
The best part of the program was the
was the
song,
introduction, actually. Yeah, it was proper old, wasn't it? But good old Michael Fassbender was in it. And he was one of those actors where you were like, I hope this isn't the end of your career. Because the series wasn't amazingly popular, was it? It's one of those, it's not quite B-list, but it's almost
It was
there.
on Sky 1 at 8 o'clock on a Tuesday night.
About as good
back
as
in the
Relic
day.
Hunter. Remember that?
I loved Relic
I
Hunter.
know.
Tia Carrera, man, she was awesome in
She
that.
was excellent in that.
That house in Hex was used in an episode of Sherlock Holmes, I'm sure of it.
Probably was. It's probably a set house. In the same way that the porn star's home in The Big Lebowski is also the home of the rich guy in Charlie's Angels.
Really?
Yeah.
That's brilliant. I'm just researching this Hex house thing now.
Do you think they literally just some guy just builds and just rents them out to studios?
People do that. Like to make money and stuff.
They must make a fortune.
In the same way that they have horses as actors. Like, you know when you see the horses in, like, war films and stuff and they fall down when they get shot and stuff? They're trained. So people have a whole herd of trained horses that they would then rent out to films to be used. Like, and you can sometimes spot the same horses in different films. Like, Shadowfax has been used before.
Oh, that's weird. The house that they used to film Hex in is the same one that they used in X-Men First Class. Both films involving Michael Fassbender. That's weird.
That's interesting.
Maybe he was the one who suggested it.
Could easily have been.
It's been in Black Mirror as well, Scott.
Yes.
And
Agatha Christie.
Agatha Christie's Poirot. Sorry, not Sherlock Holmes. Fucking hell.
Near enough.
Yeah,
One
very.
and the same.
Yeah,
I mean, part
definitely.
of the course.
Yeah. Same house.
Yeah,
At the very least.
Did you? I'm assuming you probably saw the same set of trailers that I did if you went to see Rogue One, like the day after that I did.
I watched a few on YouTube today,
You did.
just to kill some time.
Have you seen the one for a cure for wellness?
No.
That looks sick. It's like this mental hospital where people go there and they have illnesses and stuff, but then they get like more and more severe. I don't know, the trailer didn't really give much away other than basic plot line. Essentially this protagonist guy gets lured in essentially and made to look insane. I mean, it's in the title, A Cure for Wellness. Like, it's a centre that essentially gets able people and makes them fucked up by the sound of it. But like, he's like properly tripping out. Just watch the trailer.
There it is.
This is so much effort to
He lasted
explain.
so much longer than I expected. You did brilliantly.
It's what famous people in it.
Yeah, the most thing that I remember about this trailer is that there was a chick in a bath covered in snakes. It was like American Beauty when she's there with the rose petals, but it's snakes.
Sold.
Exactly, that's all we need. I reckon there's something in the water. There usually is. Yeah, plot soul. Don't see it.
We get Game of Thrones season 7 next year.
Hell fucking yeah.
Oh, how many episodes is that going to be?
It's like 6 or 8. It's
I
not
think
really-
8.
Yeah, it's not many, is it?
A friend told me that they might be extending the amount of episodes in upcoming seasons, but I don't think it will reach 10 in both.
Maybe they'll do a Halloween special and slap it on the end of the season.
Yeah.
Or Christmas special.
Yeah, maybe.
Winter is coming special.
By the looks of it, winter's fucking here.
Yeah, winter's definitely here. There's been some screenshots of Alfie Allen and Jon Snow in the same film set together. So that's Theon.
Good, yeah.
Alfie Allen and Kit Harington, Theon and Jon Snow, respectively.
We actually saw Jon Snow doing a car advert.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So he's on the list of Suck Satan's Cock.
He is on the Suck Satan's Cock list, yeah.
A sellout. I'm assuming Johnny Depp's on that list, he better be.
Yeah, of course Johnny Depp's on that list.
Fucking savage.
But,
Dickhead.
it was Bill Hicks who said, any performer who sells a product on television is for now and all eternity removed from the artistic world. I don't care if you can ship Mona Lisas out of your ass on cue. You made your fucking choice.
Such a great guy.
His hair looked good in the advert though.
Did it?
Yeah, his beard
I bet
was
it
on point as well.
proper silky.
It was a sexually aggressive advert. He's speeding in this car whilst reciting some dark poetry. Don't watch the advert. But yeah, it's
I feel like I've bought one already.
Don't
Remember
worry,
that
Joe
guy?
will bitch and tell you how many the first car he could have bought how many times over with the same
I
amount.
know, you say that like it's impressive. Like, just because your first car cost you like £200 doesn't mean that you can use it as a benchmark for my indulgence. Oh, I could have bought 2 of my cars with that watch. Fuck off.
Your laptop cost 2 of my cars.
Yes, it did.
My first cars. And maybe the one I have now.
And my laptop has lasted a lot longer than your first car.
Touché.
As has my watch. And my boots. And my leather jacket.
It was a good car. It wasn't a good car. Blew up on the motorway.
Is it head gasket?
Head gasket blew straight off, yeah.
Worth all that 20p you fucking spent on it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Could have bought a laptop instead. Would have got
Should
further.
have, yeah, much further. Probably go quicker too.
Yeah, you could have bought 2.
I
Dickhead of the year.
I forgot to put on the Barely Breathing reviews on Facebook that we were doing a podcast tonight. Therefore, we probably don't have any questions. I know I'm crap.
Well, it is a special or not.
Yes, it's very special this episode. There are no questions this week,
It feels special.
which fits into our usual episodes anyway, so it's a normal episode.
No, Claire got a question once.
I did. I still have.
Oh yeah, of course.
They didn't get back to me with their address, so I still have all those McDonald's toys. Again, listeners, if you want these toys, just email. Anything. A bat signal will fucking do at this point. I still fucking have them. They are taking up a considerable amount of room in my office. I need rid.
Your office. Isn't that the one with the beer fridge in it?
Every office should have
Yeah.
a beer fridge. It also has a dinosaur on the wall. And a lava lamp. Lava lamps are underrated. I think they're going to make a comeback, you know. That's my prediction for 2017. You heard it here first. I reckon lava lamps.
I hope they do now.
And the croc with the sock is going to come in.
I once dropped a giant lava lamp and the mess was horrendous. It was one of those ones that had glitter in it.
Ooh.
And you think the substance inside it is so thick and gloopy that the kitchen towel just kind of like didn't get
Sat
wet
on
from it.
top.
Yeah, it just sat on top and didn't get slightly wet, and we're like, what the fuck? It was like flubber. Or the fucking yeah.
Because it's wax in syrup, isn't it?
It's
Some
very-
kind of
yeah.
syrup. Yeah.
Oh, it was disgusting.
Grim.
Yeah. Since this is a very special episode, I'm going to give a very special segue into the Dickhead of the Year. Dickhead of the Year.
That was beautifully monotone.
Or a meal.
We did no research into anything this week.
Good job it's the end of the year, isn't it?
We're going to round up who we think was our Dickhead of the Year.
We're going to select one that we put into the chart, the Dickhead chart, and put forward our argument for it being the Dickhead of the Year.
My nomination goes to Warner Brothers Studios for delaying the Pacific Rim sequel.
I'm fine with that. As much delay. I think they should delay it a bit more. Back it.
Fuck you. It's going to be an amazing film. The first one was incredible.
It wasn't.
Only me and one other person think that, but it's okay. The minority can be wrong,
Who's this other person?
but not this time. Sorry?
Who's this other person?
Bob Chipman, my favourite film reviewer.
He sounds made up.
No, Movie Bob. You've seen
Movie
his
Bob.
stuff.
I know Movie Bob.
Yeah, him. Yeah.
Still think he sounds made up.
But yeah, that's my nomination.
Mine's Nintendo. for the
the Pokemon
suing
thing.
the Pokemon guy for
That was shit.
using a picture of him and charging just for an internet cafe enough money just to rent out the place and everything, just so they could play Pokemon as a group of people.
Mine's the iPhone 7 for getting rid of my aux jack. I'm still pissed off about that. I am being so careful with my phone so that it doesn't break, so that I don't have to go onto an iPhone fucking 7.
We all have different nominations, so we can't really vote for a dickhead of the year because we're only going to vote for our own choice. So we could just be really lazy, phone it in and say that the viewers can comment in the comment section about who they would pick for the dickhead of the year out of mine, Claire's and Scott's choices. And whichever one gets the majority vote will be the official Barely Banter Podcast dickhead of the year. How about that? I trust in the audience to make the right decision. That's not a threat. It's a threat, maybe. It's not a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. Well, I'm done. I don't know about you guys. I'm pretty okay with signing off here.
I'm fine to sign off. I have nothing else to say.
Anyway, thank you ever so much for listening and supporting all this random shit that we do. It means a lot. Alright, see you next year!
Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays.
I'm going to have so much fun.